Hello, Haley. Here is your sewer scope from today's inspection. We're in a crawl space. That is not common where we are in Minnesota to have a crawl space. Sometimes if you get out a little further into the sticks, you might have one. Around Lake Minnetonka, there are some as well, just because you're close to the lake. Um, they'll have basically dirt crawl spaces. That was a lot nicer. Concrete, clean, dry, all the good stuff. So ABS, plastic black ABS pipe to start off with. We'll do a quick transition right here. This is transitioning to another plastic pipe, PVC. Good quality stuff. The purple ring right there, that's a connection point, and the purple staining right there, that's primer. You put that on first before you glue up a pipe section. So very typical, very standard. It's a good solid pipe to have. All of your connections are glued, so you're not going to have to worry about roots coming in. It's not going to corrode or deteriorate like cast iron would on the interior side. So polyvinyl chloride like this is going to last for decades and decades and decades. So you're in good shape here. As long as it's installed properly, as long as they didn't crush it when they're backfilling the trench, as long as they bed it properly, you're in really good shape. Now up ahead, we're going to be holding a little bit of water. I would say that that's a typical sag in the pipe. Could again just be because there's a bedding issue that they didn't have it completely level, so it sagged a little bit. The other thing to think about is that these are 10-foot sections generally. You'll notice a lot of times, like here, where you're holding just a little bit of water at the bottom of the pipe. It starts right at one of those connection points, right? So two 10-foot sections, obviously 20 feet. If it's going to sag at that point, that's not uncommon. Also, notice the paper right there on the side and the downturn in the pipe. Those two things will also tend to kind of hold water a little bit. Notice that we're flowing a little bit better here. Once we got past it, I was able to kind of disrupt that a little bit. So that kind of freed things up a little bit. So it's again, not uncommon. I wouldn't necessarily call it a defect. And again, the camera head didn't go completely underwater. The diameter of my camera is a little less than 1.5 inches. So if half of the, or 2/3 of the camera head is above water, that tells you it's probably just, maybe 1/2 inch of water at the bottom of the pipe. Not anything to be totally concerned about. That's about halfway across my camera head on that one. And a little less, just a little bit of water at the bottom. Clear, no issues of any kind of separation or cracking or anything like that. And here we are right to the city connection. I'll back it out just a little bit. This is the city main line right here that runs in front of the house. Very typical. So we're right at spot on 125 feet from crawl space to city connection. Everything looks good all the way through the line. I'm going to keep my camera running as I pull it back out. Feel free to watch the return trip, and as always, reach out to me with any questions or if something doesn't make sense.